What if Deku had a hacking quirk? Hacking quirk. Part 1. Sorry I couldn't upload a video for a long time, so please forgive me and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel if you are seeing my video first time, and if you are not, then I will upload other parts like what if Deku was evil tomorrow and surely tomorrow I am going to upload the video. I think I'm going to upload 2 videos tomorrow, so wait. And let's get to a new part. What if Deku had hacker's quirk? And it was when Izuku was born. His father was a professional hitman. He didn't have any that much quirk, so his mother think that his father might be working at a agency, or so that's why he couldn't come. But his father was a hitman. His father was a ruthless hitman. He had many skills. The skill was exactly not like quirk, but the skills could pass down to his sons. But biogenetically, his skill passed down to his son, forming it as a quirk and become like hacker quirk. It become hacker quirk. We combined with his mom. So we got many after that. Sorry. After that, he was 5 years old and said, "Mom, what is my quirk? I want to know. Let's go to the doctor." And then said, "Okay, my baby, I'm going to take you to doctor. Wait little bit longer." Then he waited. He waited 2 hours and said, "Come on, let's go." Then he go to the doctor. Doctor get it to him. Started testing him and said, "Sorry, ma'am, but your son is quirkless." They said it because they didn't know what kind of power did he has. His power is just so rare that it doesn't activate that much. They tested it too much, but he said, what the doctor said, your son might don't have a quirk really. He is told about the pinky toe also. He had the pinky toe, but he was quirk. He had quirk. The doctor didn't able to react that much. Then Izuku heart broke completely. Then at the school for 7 months, he was heartbroken and jealous of everyone. He started to take notes on every hero in every class he goes. He taking notes how to defeat them without a quirk. Then after that, his father came home and said, "What is my son's quirk?" And so Inko said to his dad and said, "Sorry, he doesn't have a quirk." Then Hisashi said, "I think that might be not problem." He said, "Izuku, would you come with me to my town?" He take Izuku to abroad. He leaving his mom alone. Leaving his mom but he taking his mom also said, "Sorry, my throat is not that well." Then he taking Izuku there. He taking Izuku to London. In London, Izuku when he turned 8, his father told Izuku to train with him. He trained Izuku body completely, and becoming it buffed and stronger. He knew how to use every gun, everything of his own. Then he knows every kind of martial art, every kind of karate, sujitsu. Even also he was a genius. Then his father, when he was at age 30, his father said, "I am an assassin. I am an hitman." And said, "What?" And said, "I am a hitman. I kill people for the money." Then said, "Who people?" He said, "Bad people or sometimes good people also." Izuku wasn't that much of a good boy, so he said, "Great job, Dad." And said, "Wanna join me also in Hitman mission?" Said, might. Then said, "I will think about it." Izuku said, and said, "Okay, okay." Then his dad said, "Okay, tell me tomorrow." And said, "Okay, Dad." Then he goes to the computer to play. He started chatting with his friends in the net. He just started chatting. His friends were good. His friends were good that they think he had quirk because he endures life death training with his dad. So they think he had quirk like strong quirk, it's like a strengthening quirk or something. So he was friends also. He friends with many kind of boys in his school, and then he had a crush in middle school in the Europe. The girl's name was Jessica. Jessica. So and then he asked out Jessica. Then Jessica said, "I have a boyfriend already." And Izuku heartbreak that time. He said, "Oh, dang it." Then after that, 1 year passed. The last day of middle school. In the last terminal of middle school, he met Melissa there. Melissa, you know Mela, who is Melissa? And then he become friends with her. I let you know the answer. He said yes, obviously. Then he started he friends with Melissa. Melissa traded his phone number. She was in Europe. She was in Europe for a long time with his dad. So after that his quirk he that he had a quirk really. Then he noticed that he had a quirk. Then he told his dad, said, "Dad, I might have a quirk." Said, "What? Why didn't your quirk deactivated?" And said, "My quirk is not like strengthening or just anything mutation or anything like that. My quirk is, I think, hacking." Me? His dad can't hack really. He saw his Deku saw his dad and said, "Dad, look, I can hack." He started hacking. He hacked many kind of villains' accounts and started to taking all their monies and making them poor. He was fun. His dad said, "Wow, I don't need to work anymore." Then he said, "I will go to Japan, Dad." And said, "Okay, go." And said, "Who will you go with?" I said, Mom, okay." And then go, "Okay, bye, son." After the last day of his school at Europe, he came to Japan, and his mom said, "What do you want to do, son?" And Izuku said, I want to go to UA." And said, "Oh," his mom said, "Okay, I don't mind." He goes to UA at the entrance exam. He forgot that he didn't forget Bakugo. He didn't want to interact with him, so he go there. Bakugo didn't recognize him because he was handsome, muscled, and very much like very confident. He at the entrance exam, President Mike said, "Ready, steady, and go." There is no time in the real battle. Then everybody rushed there. He said, "This weak, the robots are weak." He could use his own hands to fetch them, not quirk. His hacking. If you want to know about his hacking quirk is a little bit different than anyone else. A little bit different means their hacking quirks reconsidered as he can control anything. Even he can hack any object and make it blow up and give it all informations. When he take all of their information that way he was unstoppable in all the way really. he also can create his own mobile, so that way. Then he always used to keep cards in his pocket. The cards were also one of his making thing. The card were sharp as a razor. The card, every card he used to have, card had a every card had a bombing system and also a laser transmitter there. So whenever he cut a villain, a transmitter suddenly came out of the card and get into the thief's body. It's a very much like he also can control technology by at will. Then in the entrance exam, he he said these are easy. I don't need to use I need to use my quirks for that. Then he got at his full speed. His speed was he was too fast for any other. Everybody saw he is so fast. He then only just swings a very hard punch on the robot. The robot destroyed into pieces and said, "Oh, these robots are weaker than I thought." He started destroying all of them, and he got minimum after minimum out of 100. Then he said, "I'll go to the rooftop." Then he jumped. He go to the rooftop and watching this. Then after that, he was sitting on the roof and said, "Oh, this test will be easy, really." He saw a girl. Momo, sorry, yes, sorry, yes, he saw Uraraka there. He said, "Oh, this girl is in trouble. I should save her." I think, nah, I should save her. His attitude was no good, really. He said, "Okay." Then he said, "It might be hard to punch it." Then every teacher was staring at him. Why is he? Then he started jumping to another rooftop and get close to the robots, and he suddenly pick out of he turned his eye changed color, not that color, mine like a technology color. His eye turned green. His eyes whole people's turn green, and the robot is controlled. He said self destruct sequence on. The robot distracted. Every teacher was shocked. What kind of power the kid had? And he picked up Uraraka and removed the rubble. Remove the rock. Then he took her to the doctor. Uraraka was blushing and said, "What a handsome boy." And said, Deku said, "Are you okay, sweetie?" Then she said, "Sweetie." Then Uraraka said, "Sweetie." Then she got unconsciousness and passed out. So she said, "I don't know what happened to her." Then he goes to home, and his mom said, "How did the test go, son?" And he said to his mom, said, "Good. Yeah, it was really good." Then said, "Okay." Then after 1 week, the letter arrived. His mother said, "Your letter is arrived." His mother is still slim because she was not much worried, and you used to do yogas and other stuff. Then he said, "Okay." He take the letter and said he was just like in the anime. All Might came out and said, just like in the anime, and then he was finding his classroom, class 1A. Then he was finding, said, "Oh, where is the class 1A, 1A?" I said, "Oh yeah, that." Then Deku said, "The door is awfully too big. The door is really big, really." Then he got to get inside the classroom and see he was looking. He saw Ida and Bakugo fighting. Then Ida and Bakugo looked and stopped fighting. Ida said, Ida said he was saying Japanese. He didn't know that he was really not much in Japanese, so he said, cannot understand your language that much. He said, are you not from Japan? Said, yes, I'm from Japan, but at a very young age I was on to UK, Europe. And said, oh. After that, Aizawa said, we have quirk assessment test. Then I said, okay. Evans then said, get to the change, get together and change. Then they go to the boys' locker room, they change. Kaminari and Tijima was looking at Deku and said, what are you doing, boy? He then said, what, sorry, and said, he was taking off his shirt and he said, you have a nice muscle body there. You have six pack. I said, no, thank you. And said, why is there scars all over your body? Oh, you see, my quirk really doesn't help me in my strength, so I have to train my body that so highly that these wounds were from blades and other weapons, and even also from a bullet. It's a bullet? And say, who trained you? He said, my dad trained me for because of this. Is your dad? What is your dad quirk? I said, my dad don't have quirk really, but he's a hero. He said, what kind of hero? I said, anti-hero. Maybe he become hero with the help of some machine. Said, yes, that kind of hero. And then said, oh, okay. And then Deku was damn rich really. His dad was too rich. His dad was well known to everyone. His dad used to do a hitman job, and then he quit the hitman job and become a company's owner. The company was used to sell weapons and any kind of thing that Deku made. Also, they used to sell the programs that Deku made. Then suddenly in his arm he was wearing a ring. The ring beep beep and said, alert, 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 and said, what is happening? The ring. Overload, heat overloaded, heat overloaded. And said, heat overloaded? Is there that much warm in here? And said, yes, the ring response battery over. And said, what is that? Oh, this is the ring that my dad created. He didn't say that he created, he said that his dad created. Then he said, this is a program, I should show you where the battery is down, so but later. So how would you charge it? In the sunlight, really, we will go outside. And said, okay. And then said, everybody go there and said, Aizawa said, you are the first in the entire game, so throw the ball. And said, throw the ball. And said, okay. Then his ring suddenly said, full charge, and said, oh, good timing. He said, destroyer glove. There was a black glove manifested in his arm. He threw a ball at 7,000 feet. He said, oh, 70,000. Like 2 kilometers, and everyone was surprised and said, then Aizawa said, is that your quirk? He said, no, this is not a quirk. My real quirk don't help me in this kind of thing really. And said, okay. Then in the long jump, then he said, you want to see my quirk? So Aizawa said, yes. So hold that thing. And said, okay, what is my score? He said 2 kilometers, and said, look again. He said it was rising infinitely. It was rising secondly and secondly and secondly. He said, my quirk is happy. And said, oh, what a useful quirk really. And said, thank you. Then after that the long jump event he goes, but in the different thing really. He was well known, but he was handsome, and Momoya Izuku fell in love with him at the first sight. Even Zero, Ashira also, and also one girl ever had a crush on him. And then every guy was jealous of him, and the girls were discussing. He's cute, right? And like Kaminari and others said, the boy is very much of a handsome. The guy dude is too much handsome and perfect. He's jealous. Then after everything, Deku scored number one by Minata last, an invisible girl. But I will not express that. This was just a thing, so it was just to motivate you to use your full quirk. And Deku said, I didn't use my full quirk, half only. Mean your half strength, yes, mean half. And said, throw the ball again. Then Yas said, throw the ball again. And said, okay, do not use a hacker to fool me. Throw the ball again. Then he throw the ball, it goes infinite and said, Aizawa was speechless and said, everybody go to their class. And after that, I think after that we'll be going to the next episode. Sorry, mean next part. So have a good day. Like and subscribe. Comment what kind of dress should his hero costume will be.